In today's tutorial I'm going to show you what's gonna happen when the yarn runs out and you're midway through a row. This is one of the most common asked questions. What happens, some people like to frog it, means to rip it back out to the start of either a row or a round so that they don't have a cut. But for myself, I don't want to waste yarn. Welcome to my channel, and I'm here to inspire you, give you crochet advice, and help you along with your next project. If you enjoyed this pattern, please give me a thumbs up or even comment so I can gauge your interest. It helps me to know what to film next. So let's just say the yarn ball ran out and I have another yarn ball that's coming, so I purposely cut it. What I want to do is that I want to make sure that the first strand that's about to run out is long enough so that I can deal with it later. So let's just pull out one stitch so that I have a little more space to work with. How you can do this is a really easy process, and instead of doing the whole stitch with the same yarn, you're going to switch over midway through. So this is a single crochet to join it in the mid row or round. So you're just gonna go in, pull through, but stop. Let that fall to the back, and what I want you to do for extra security, create a slip knot on the new yarn that you would like to join. If there's a knot in the ball, cut the knot out and also do the same thing. It just will look better because you will not have a knot that will be visible. So you're just gonna put that onto the hook and you're going to finish that single crochet like that. And now you're going to just let both of the yarn strands fall towards the back. You're now going to continue along in your project using the new strand. And you're saying, okay, that's nice, but what about those strands that I just worked with? So I'm just gonna go a few more inches of this, and I'm going to show you how to get rid of those yarn strands so that they are pretty much buried into the work itself. Okay, so can you tell from this perspective you just changed the yarn over? No, you can't. So when you turn it over, there it is. So what I want to do is that I want to show you how to be able to deal with these two strands without trying to change how the project looks. First of all, we want to deal with these strands separately. So you're just gonna take a tapestry needle that you have, and the best way to do it is to weave this in the direction from which you came. So we were crocheting in this direction because I've turned it over. So when I go into here, I want to come in and I don't want to interfere with the outside edge at all. The more plies that I can split apart, the better. So I have a sharper tapestry needle here, and I'm working my way about an inch or so back from the direction from which I came. Okay, and once you have that done, you're just gonna pull through, and when you pull through, I don't want you to change the shape of the project by pulling it too tight. And if you're not sure, just turn it back over so that you can see. Once it's that over there, I want you to choose a slightly different path, because if you go in the exact same path, it'll all fall out, and you're gonna go back to in the direction from which you were just coming from. So this will be pass number 2. Noticing that I'm not going all the way through the project, I'm just splitting the fibers that are on this side here. This is considered the wrong side of the work. So if you have a knot in your ball, yes, it's a bit inconvenient, but you know what, you run out of balls like midway through projects and rows anyway, so this is a great technique to know anyway. So once you have woven it back and forth a total of 3 times, you're good to go, and you will take the other strand and do the exact same thing. No biggie, right? And so you can do this with your single crocheting when it comes to joining your work. When you have a ball that runs out midway through, and therefore you can get the maximum amount of yield out of your yarn collection instead of always just wasting yarn because you can't get all the way back around. So just weaving your ends back and forth a total of 3 times. You're gonna do it with the secondary strand as well. So I've already shown you how to do it, so I'll just pull through, and when you pull the second one, again, don't change the shape, go back and forth, and then cut that work out. And therefore on the other side you barely even know it's there, if at all. If I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't even know. So it's a great way to do it, and this is how to change your yarn midway through a row or an end.